Hey, this is Eric from Chuckin TV, and today I got the GRS Berserk stock that's bolted here to my Tikka T3 7mm mag, which is an excellent rifle. If you haven't seen my review yet, check that out. But I'd like to thank Optic for sending this stock to me. It was really cool of them to do that. I told them I'd either send it back to them or send them a payment. Well, after testing here, I've decided that I am going to keep it. It's definitely pretty nice, so you'll be seeing a lot more of this stock here in videos to come. First thing I'll mention is the weight of it. As you can see, it's kind of a beefy stock. It comes in just at over 3 pounds. This weight can be considered either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. For walking through the deer woods and taking close range offhand shots, I mean, this wouldn't be my first choice. The original wood stock that came off the T3 is a little more ideal for situations like that. As you see, it's a lot more streamlined, weighs next to nothing. However, for hunting in fixed positions and target shooting, the weight kind of contributes more stability to shooting off a rest or a bipod. I mean, there's always that sort of trade-off. The same applies to scopes. Usually more magnification, you get better precision, but you also get more weight and more bulk. So it just depends on what you plan on using it for. What interests me in this stock is just the adaptability of it. You can easily adjust the length of pole or the cheek piece here with simple buttons. This way you can adjust the rifle to you rather than having to adjust yourself to the rifle. The less you have to fight with the gun to get steady, the more accurate you'll ultimately be. And as I mentioned in the original T3 Hunter review, that's where having a stock that doesn't fit it makes it a lot more difficult to be precise. This wood stock here, it's nice and everything, but just the fixed length of pole is just too short for me in most cases. The grip is also too small for my hands. Now with the GRS, you can adjust it for pretty much any shooting position. I prefer a longer length of pole for when I'm shooting prone, laying down, trying to shoot woodchucks, or have it a little bit shorter. If you're sitting on a bench, you're more slouched into it. The cheek piece is also really handy. With this, you can mount just about any size scope you'd like and still maintain proper eye alignment. This is especially nice for me because I'm going to be doing some scope testing here for opticsandoutdoors.com. I have this Citron S3 with the 50mm objective mounted right now. Look for that review coming up here pretty soon. So that's nice. I don't have to buy a bunch of different scope mounts and things like that and try to adjust the scope to me to get proper eye alignment. I can just simply adjust the cheek piece here. And my favorite part of the stock is the grip. Now it looks kind of strange, but it's really comfortable. We'll flip it over here. You can see how far offset to the right it is. It follows the natural curve of my palm. Also has a nice recess for my thumb to write into. This also directs the tip of my finger to the trigger. It's just a really natural position for my hand to set in. You don't wind up torquing the gun off target when you're manipulating the trigger. So how did it shoot? Well, first thing I noticed was a lot less felt recoil over the original wood stock, even with this thin recoil pad that's on it. A lot of that has to do with the extra weight, but it's also a polymer material, so it kind of soaks up a lot of vibration and recoil energy. As for accuracy, the stock didn't really help or hurt the inherent accuracy of the gun. The Tikka's always been a half MOA rifle if I did my part. And as I mentioned before, it's just, I always had to fight to get good groups just because I wasn't comfortable. Now the ergos of this stock helped me be more consistent in my shooting. Might not make the gun itself more accurate, but it makes me more accurate. Now obviously the stock's meant for right-handed shooters only, so if you're wrong-handed, you're pretty much out of luck. GRS doesn't offer the Berserk model in left hand, unfortunately. But they do have laminate stock models that are. They're a bit more expensive, but laminates just require a lot more work to make. They have to CNC machine the whole thing, finish them by hand, all that sort of thing. So anyway, it's right-handed only. It only comes in black. Maybe they'll start offering more options as they start selling more of these. Who knows? Personally, I'd like to see a slimmed down and lighter version of this stock. As you see, it's inletted for a heavy barrel. They could trim this width down right here for the standard barrel contour. Maybe use some lighter components for the adjustments on the back, or even just go with a fixed position stock with spacers for your length of pull and leave the grip as is. I think they could easily shed a pound or more off the stock, and I think that would make it a more all-around hunting stock. But as it sits right now, I'd say it's a great tool for long range and precision shooting. It seems to be pretty well made. The polymer's tough. It doesn't flex a whole lot. It fit my Tikka like a glove. Went on no problems. There isn't any weird gaps or anything like that. And there's no bedding required. You just torque the bolts to 40 to 45 inch-pounds and you're good to go. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this stock here. It's a very innovative design, and it seems to be gaining quite a bit of traction here in the U.S. You can actually buy a few factory rifles with the stock already on them now. Savage, Weatherby, and Howa all have GRS models available, so that's something you might want to consider. You can get this stock itself for right around $600, which is a pretty big price tag, I know. But if you're serious about long range shooting or precision shooting, and you got the money to spend, I'd say it's a worthy investment, and I don't think you'd be disappointed. I hope if you are going to buy one, get it from Optic. It was really cool of them to let me try it out. Also check out opticsandoutdoors.com. I'll be reviewing the Citron sent from them here pretty soon. So I thank those guys for helping me bring out more content, and I appreciate you for watching. So I hope you'll hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.